one of America's most historic cities. Two teams with long histories and long memories meet on the USL Pro Game of the Week. It's the Richmond Kickers and Charlotte Eagles meeting for the 36th time. This is a critical game in the American Division. Richmond's in second place. Charlotte's just a point out of the playoffs in the American Division, while Rochester leads a very tight National Division race. Well, good evening again, everyone. Welcome to a very rainy City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Ken Tomash. He's Keith Tabatsnik. And, Coach, these two teams' seasons have gone very differently to get to this point.
Yeah, they've definitely gone differently. Richmond started off 6 wins in a row coming out of the gates, but they have struggled lately. However, they are 6-1-1 here at this stadium. And on the other hand, Charlotte had a bad start to the season, but the last 9 games, only 1 loss for Charlotte. They need to have a big game here because 5 teams below Orlando City are only 6 points separating themselves in the American Division. Both teams also have a couple pretty good players, Ken.
Oh, there's several good players on display. Let's take a look at one for Richmond. Matthew Delicott, the striker, a pure striker, leads him with 7 goals, half of his total of a year ago. Meanwhile, for Charlotte, a man who just scored his first goal of the season Monday in a win in New York, their number 10, Jorge Herrera. He's a terrific two-way player who was all-league in 2010. Well, goals may be tough to come by tonight, though. We've got a pair of top goalkeepers on display. First of the week, Fox Soccer.
The legendary New York Cosmos are back, and to mark the club's rebirth, Umbro has applied its celebrated football tailoring ethos to the brand new 2011 collection. Anthem jacket, Cosmos tees, New York Cosmos jersey, 1976-1977 home jersey. For the complete New York Cosmos line, go to soccer.com/Umbro.
You could save a bundle with Geico's multi-policy discount. Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance. Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Experiments fail. Technologies fail. Failure is part of life. Fram filters are tested beyond any conditions you'll ever encounter to help make sure failure is not part of your engine's life. Fram, don't fail your engine.
You're watching FSC in HD.
Tonight, it's Soccer Night in America on Fox Soccer. Beckham and the Galaxy look to put out the fire. Will Chicago find their spark and get back on track?
What a goal!
LA Galaxy, Chicago Fire, live tonight on Fox Soccer. FoxSoccer.com, the world's leading soccer site, just got better. Now featuring exclusive match highlights from the Barclays Premier League, UEFA Champions League, and more. From Rooney and the Red Devils to Messi and Barcelona, catch the best plays from each game online, only on FoxSoccer.com.
This ain't a job, it's a calling.
Rescue Me premieres Wednesday, July 13th at 10.
This broadcast of USL Pro is brought to you by USLSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLSoccer.com, the official website of United Soccer Leagues. By Umbro, true to soccer since 1924. For more information, visit umbro.com. By the PDL, the destination league for tomorrow's professional stars. Visit pdl.uslsoccer.com for expansion opportunities. And by the W League, the first and longest running national women's soccer league in North America. Learn how you can be a part of the women's game at wleague.uslsoccer.com. Coming up soon here on Fox Soccer, Soccer Night in America as the Galaxy host the Chicago Fire July 9th at 10 live in HD. And then it's women's professional soccer on Sunday as the Boston Breakers meet the Atlanta Beat at 6 p.m. Eastern Time live here on Fox Soccer. Let's take a look at our first 11s. First for the Richmond Kickers, Lee Cowlishaw going with a 4-3-3. We'll see those backs push up. Look for Dave Hertel to get up into the attack as well in front of Ronnie Pascal. And for the Charlotte Eagles, that's a more traditional 4-4-2. The key man, their captain, Josh Reif, number 29. We'll be looking to keep things organized for the Eagles. Let's go quickly down to Jason Arnold on the sideline. Jason?
Guys, it's going to be hard to get some time on the pitch this evening if you're a backup goalkeeper. Both starting goalies have played every minute for their teams this season. Three-time goalkeeper of the year, Ronnie Pascal, has posted 5 shutouts for Richmond. And Eric Reed of Charlotte, he's posted 6 shutouts for the team.
All right, Jason, thank you. Jason, a 4-year standout under Sasho Surofsky at the University of Maryland, and he's going to earn his keep tonight as we are about to kick off after an hour and 48-minute rain and lightning delay. We are finally underway from City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia. It's the USL Pro Game of the Week. It's the Charlotte Eagles in all white against the homestanding Richmond Kickers in all red. And all of a sudden, it's Richmond trying to defend the goal to our left, and Dave Hertel, they're right back, sends Darren Toby down, and it's going to be a corner kick right here in the first minute. So, Coach, I'll ask you, the conditions. This field drains pretty well, but still, it got pelted with rain. I know it's the same for both teams, but what can you possibly do out here tonight?
Well, the one thing is you have to learn very quickly what parts of the field the ball is going to stop and what parts it's going to skip, because it's going to be a little bit different as we see the corner kick coming in right now.
First corner of the match. It's hit very long, and there was Josh Reif trying to get up and get ahead to that one, and it will go out over on the far side. Starting to say these two teams will play again Saturday night in Charlotte. So the only 2 times they're scheduled to play this season. Now here come the Eagles in white, played here onto the near side. And Juan Guzman drops it back. Put long by Walter Moore. Henry Kalungi had it there for Richmond. Mixing it up in the midfield now. Here's Shane Roberts. Roberts left puts it forward. And Mr. Steady there, William Yambi. Their Iron Man at the back. Now Hertel will launch it long, looking for Delicott. He'll head it back here now. Ryan Hines, dispossessed. Walter Moore. Hertel gets ahead to that one.
Yeah, Walter Moore with actually a good tackle from behind, just as the shot was about to be hit by Hines. And I think Hines didn't know it was coming. Got a little surprised on the tackle.
Now here's Greg Dalby. Dalby's an interesting story. He was Gatorade National High School Player of the Year. Played in Major League Soccer, played in Europe, played on the U.S. Under-18 national team. And Coach Mark Steffens of the Eagles says, literally, it's a miracle that we got this guy when he was released by Colorado. And he does a great job of settling down and organizing a young back line for the Eagles. But now the back line for Richmond has it, but they'll get it to Edson Elcock. Tried to play that one through the center circle to Niazamba. Richmond still has it, though, but he could not keep it in over on the far side as Sasha Gares had it right out of play, and the throw-in taken by the Eagles.
They talk about Greg Dalby. You coached against him when he was at Notre Dame, and certainly one of the best defenders in his 4 years in the Big East Conference.
Here is Dalby now. He'll play it back line. Shane Roberts, Brady Bryant, Greg Dalby, and Walter Moore are the back 4 for the Charlotte Eagles, who will be tested by not only Matthew Delicott, who we told you about, but Edson Elcock as well. Now it's Josh Reif, the captain of the Eagles, bringing it up on the near side. He'll play it forward. Stolen away by the Kickers. Here we see Hertel again. He's an all-Big Ten player at Michigan State. Play back now to Moore. Moore will left foot one into the area. Still alive there. Charlotte still has a chance. Pop it back out. Now here's a blast that's going to go off the mark. A little easier for Ronnie Pascal, but it was deflected off a kicker player, so it's going to be a corner kick.
It's one of the things we're going to see today is people are going to take chances from a lot deeper than they might normally do, especially if they can get the ball in the ground. The cross that went in by Walter Moore was the same thing, hitting the ground first, causing a lot of problems with the defenders.
Second corner, this time from the far side. We're in the 7th minute at City Stadium on the rain and lightning delayed USL Pro Game of the week. Now the outswinger, headed goalward, but over the bar.
The header by Charlotte over the bar. Goal kick coming up for Richmond.
So have another look at this corner kick and getting on the end of the ball, heading it over. And, you know, he was backing up on that. It's a tough one to get back. You probably need to try to head that back across into the middle. I also think the corner kicks that really get into the near post to the middle of the goal are going to be the difficult ones to deal with in this weather.
Pascal now will bring it out, send a low liner. Elcock has it go past him. Josh Reif has it. He'll play it up to Alan Sanchez. Sanchez dispossessed by Hertel, who's off to a good start. Elcock tries to find Hertel in the overlap. Walter Moore is there for Charlotte.
The system that Richmond plays with 3 central midfielders, you're going to see the outside backs, Hertel and Jerez, get up quite a bit. A lot of space for them to move into.
There's Fogelsong. Has it go off him. Charlotte has it back. Sanchez. Guzman.
That's Fogelsong. His first start for a while. He'd been injured, a hamstring injury. It's not necessarily the type of weather you want to come back in either. Somebody's got to be quite careful about it.
That'll be picked off over on the far side by Sasha Gares. Knocked long. Delicott trying to run onto it in the area. Flicks it up in the air, but it's stolen away by the Eagles. Now it's Reif in his 9th year with the Eagles. Former Defender of the Year in the league. Playing more of a midfield role here tonight. Walter Moore. Here's Guzman directing traffic. That one just a little too far out in front of him, but they've still got possession. Charlotte moving the ball quickly here. There's another blast, and that one will go off William Yam being out of play, and yet another corner for the Charlotte Eagles. We told you about how these two teams started. Charlotte was 0-4-1, and Mark Steffens told me I didn't think we'd ever win a game. But they finally did get off the schneid in LA, and since then they've been 6-1-2 in their last 9. And we showed you the standings a little bit ago. They're right there on the edge of getting that 4th playoff spot or even more. But now the corner, outswinger, headed out by Richmond. Fogelsong gets ahead to it. Bounce into the center circle. There's Diego Martins. They missed connections with Sanchez there. It's taken by the Richmond kickers. Here's Brady Bryant on the move. Now Bryant gets it back. They still have it though. Hertel now will swing one to the top of the 18. Comes to Bryant. Brady Bryant in the box. Left-footed shot and a save by Eric Reed. Oh, it's Vercoloni rather. That's right. Luke Vercoloni rather, the number 4 for Richmond. Brady Bryant is the number 4 for Charlotte. Our notes have not survived this rain very well, Keith.
No, absolutely.
Everything runs.
I should have caught that, having seen Vercoloni do some stuff like that against Georgetown for his 4 years at Seton Hall.
True. Right. It's played in Major League Soccer, and an outstanding player, Luke Vercoloni, for the Richmond Kickers. Again, they look for Delicott. Will be headed back, and Eric Reed grabs it there. Mark Steffens said if Eric Reed was only a couple inches taller, we would never have a sniff of him. He's that good a goalkeeper, but he's only 5'11" and 200 pounds. And a lot of coaches just look at the numbers on the sheet, heights and weights, but he can really get the job done.
Yeah, it's difficult. There's not many keepers that you see that are under 6 foot that get to the top level, although there's certainly some exceptions to that. And But Reed is a solid keeper. He's been playing extremely well, and it's part of the reason that Charlotte's only let in 13 goals all year.
One of the best marks in the league. At least no one has allowed fewer. The Eagles haven't played the most games in the league, but an outstanding defense. So here's Walter Moore, switches it to his right foot, bounces it, and that was a little trickier maybe than Ronnie Pascal thought it would be.
No, absolutely, and little balls like that, again, you know, we'll probably be saying it, you know, quite a few times tonight, are the type of balls that can cause a lot of problems. You know, keeper, you don't know, is it going to skip, is it going to stay still, and certainly any forward that wants to find some relatively easy goals just needs to be sniffing around every time the balls go in towards the goalkeeper.
Now Pascal sends one high into the wet air. Martins heads it up to Sanchez. It's Henry Kalungi with it. Kalungi actually played his college soccer in Charlotte at Winthrop. Now playing against Charlotte. And here's Stanley Niazamba on the right wing. Niazamba curls a nice ball to the far post. Headed down to the box. Delicott lays it off, and Vercoloni couldn't get his footing, but he couldn't get a good shot on it.
No, we have a look at that again, and you know, this cross coming in. This is an excellent cross over the top. Alcock's trying to get it back across the middle, ends up working out. Clever layoff, and you know, by Hines, but certainly Vercoloni. Vercoloni did not shoot balls like that against us at Georgetown. I hate to say, they were on target all the time.
Foul whistle on Charlotte. Free kick coming up for Richmond.
Oh, Richmond free kick now. Sasha Garez, all-league player as well, German. Here's Dave Hertel. Well, players are very active here. They sat around. It's very tough for them. They sat around for an hour and a half in the locker rooms, not knowing, do we play, do we not play? We have to get on the bus and go to Charlotte to play tomorrow night's game. But they're giving it their all here. We're in the 13th minute, no score, but teams are not playing tentatively.
No, they're not at all. And you know, and in the locker room, when you're waiting that long, you absolutely don't know whether the game's going to go on or not. And you know, the mental part of it's just as important as getting ready physically. And some of the guys were just sitting there listening to the music, like other guys were playing a little soccer tennis in the locker room, and
they were loose.
You know, yeah, absolutely. I think they all want to play it. You hate to be rescheduling things, although you know, Richmond probably wouldn't have minded, as they have the game tomorrow, but they also play in the Open Cup in Kansas on Tuesday.
Yeah, they're going to play Sporting Kansas City on Tuesday. But now they're trying to defend against the Charlotte Eagles. It's bounced through the box. Niazamba comes away with it. A little deft footwork that maybe might not be the best idea tonight. Like tonight, you don't know where your ankle's going to go. It might plan, it might not.
No, yeah, absolutely. It was almost a dangerous giveaway. It might have been allowed to go a few times for Herrera.
So now here's Stanley Niazamba over on the far side. He's dispossessed, and he returns the favor. And it looked for a second like Sean Fitch was reaching into his pockets, but I don't even know if his cards survived. You never know. I mean, I think they're laminated, but
exactly.
He's going to have a talking to Mr. Niazamba for that retaliation. And it'll be a free kick for the Eagles.
It didn't look like a talk that Niazamba was agreeing with, though. He didn't like what had happened to him, retaliated, and you always get caught on the retaliation.
Now Moore heads it down to the center of the park, but it's picked off there. Here's Fogelsong, Bobby Fogelsong. Wide to Hertel. Elcock gets spun to the ground here on the near side, but Hertel has it. He's on the run. Hertel to the edge of the area, curls one to the far side. Delicott heads it just wide of the post. That's what they want to do. Get crosses and let Delicott, the 6'3" Englishman, get his head on that one.
Yes, have another look at this. An excellent run down the sideline by Hertel. And this is the perfect cross in behind the defenders, and Delicott almost on the end of that. Have another look at this again. Look at the cross behind the defenders, teasing the goalkeeper. And Delicott, I tell you, is a player that usually finishes those. And playing in the rain for him, he's from Kent, England. I'm sure this is not an issue.
And he's very much at home. Played his college soccer at Virginia Commonwealth here in Richmond, and has 57 career goals for the Kickers in all competitions, including 7 this year. No doubt he's a target tonight. I'll try to push that one forward. But Hertel is there doing yeoman's work at both ends of the field tonight.
And one of the issues with Delicate is that he's so athletic, but he's also a soccer player. He's not just an athlete that's playing soccer. He's got great ideas. His feet are very good. So therefore, he takes a lot of attention from the other team, and that really does free up some of these other players that Richmond has who can score goals.
Here's Dalby now. Moore keeps it in. It's a little assist from the field. And that one will ride out of play.
Goal kick for Richmond.
Again, we're at City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia. We're in the 17th minute of a scoreless match. Rain and lightning delayed, but we're back at it. It's the Richmond Kickers in red and the Charlotte Eagles in white. And here's Ronnie Pascal, three-time goalkeeper of the year. Puts his foot to that one as the rain picks up. 50-50 ball, won by Josh Wright for the Charlotte Eagles. Drops to David Hertel, and that'll be played out of play here on the near side.
It was interesting with Pascal, Yambi, and Kalunji, the two center backs of Pascal, have played every minute of every game, and the backbone, the spine of the defense of the team. And again, Richmond has only let in 14 goals all year. So two teams that do not allow goals very easily.
Well, we're wet, but Jason Arnold is even more so our man in touch. Jason, what do you got from down there?
Yeah, it was a big week for former USL Super Y League standout Suni Saad. He was picked up in a special lottery on Tuesday by MLS Sporting Kansas City. Saad was a standout at the Super Y League North American Finals in 2006 and at the 2007 Super Y League ODP camp. He went on to be the Gatorade National Player of the Year, the Big Ten Freshman of the Year in Michigan.
We'll try to get back to Jason. Here's Bobby Fogelsong, Staley Niazamba.
What's going on, Eric?
Fogelsong with a quick one-touch onto the left wing. Again into the box, and again Reed is right there as Matthew Delicate was crashing on the doorstep. Now tipped across the midfield stripe. Now the Eagles try to switch it here, and they were trying to get it onto the left wing as Moore was pushing up, but nothing doing. Dalby can't get to that one, but Delicate can. He's got Elcock as an option in front of it, puts it out front, and just missed the keeper, and Elcock couldn't get there. Eric Reed had that one go just past his outstretched arms.
Yeah, and I think Reed noticed when he realized that it looked like that ball was going out of bounds, he decided he didn't want to try to deal with it on the wet surface as well. We'll have another look at that coming through, and Delicate putting that ball, again, a dangerous ball there. It's not too far off from just having a lot of problems for goalkeeper Reed or for his teammate to get on the end of it. And I love the balls, even on a perfect field. I love those sort of balls that go in behind the defense and make the defenders turn and face their own goal. It's very difficult to deal with.
Charlotte wins that one, back onto the back line. Play down into the midfield, trapped down by Luke Vercolone. Battle for it just outside the center circle, results in a free kick.
Battle against the Eagles, free kick.
The kickers took it way quicker, way quicker. Way too quick. So William Yambi will take it. The Cameroonian. It's quickly taken away by the Eagles, but not for long. Here's Vercolone now in the center circle. Finds Elcock. And he loses it and goes down, but we play on.
Elcock staying down as well. Play moving upfield.
And now they'll play it out over on the far side.
We'll have another look at see what happened. Put Elcock down. He's just cutting in there, and it doesn't take much to really get banged up. And whether that was his knee or his ankle, it's a little hard to tell on that. But he's certainly not feeling good. So he's pointing to his knee there. So hopefully not too bad. It's certainly one of the risks, there is any time that you're playing on a, on a field. I'm not sure that was weather related, mind you, so much, but it's certainly one of the issues that you have on a field like this. And the referee also has to deal with that, whether it's the momentum of sliding on grass or not.
Well, we told you
resume our Frisbee
as they
contest
continue to
next
tend
weekend,
to
but we will have the
Edson
Untitled
Elcock.
Chapter 90 challenge coming up at halftime.
And we see that right after he got hit there. And then they played on for a little bit, knocked the ball out. Charlotte doing the right thing.
Well, we told you in the open, these two teams have met many a time before. In fact, the 36th meeting going back to 1993. These are two of the longest running teams in USL. They both joined the league in 93. Both coaches are Hall of Famers, USL Hall of Famers. Lee Kalishaw for Richmond, Mark Steffens. They've both played 6 times in the finals. They've each got 2 titles, 2 championships. Those championships have come for Richmond at the expense of the Charlotte Eagles, and it's just great to watch these two go at it.
Well, it is, Ken. In fact, they joined 4 other teams in the league 4 other teams in the league that have 10 years or more of operating experience. It kind of emphasizes USL Pro, just how strong it is, and the most experienced North American men's professional soccer league below the MLS. And when you have teams like this that have their programs for so long, so much credit goes to the people that run it, to the GMs and to the chairmen of both clubs.
Done tremendous work, and as we'll see at halftime, the Eagles have done tremendous work in their community. We'll get to that as we get towards halftime. Right now we're in the 22nd minute, so we're about midway through this first half. It's been wide open action, actually. Richmond's had a couple chances, Charlotte's had a couple of chances. Nobody's hit the net just yet, but there are some goal scorers and some great defenders on both teams. So we'll see who the conditions favor for the rest of the evening. Kalungi knocks this one long into the midfield. Delicate. No, that's Ryan Hines that got a piece of that, rather. Diego Martins. Eagles played up on the far side, and it'll go out of play off a Richmond kicker. It'll be a throw in for the Eagles.
You know, in the American division in USL Pro, it is so tight, other than right at the top, where Orlando City is 11 points clear of the second place team. Then the next 5 teams are within 6 points of each other. You think about 2 games right now in 24 hours, how the points could swing so quickly. There's no question in my mind that this is going to be an exciting division to watch right to the end. And it's almost certainly going to come to the final games of the regular season to see who makes the playoffs.
Richmond right now is in 2nd place, and Charlotte is in 5th, but only by a point. So just now on the outside looking in. So plenty for them to play for this weekend. Of course, the playoffs will start in mid-August with the top 4 teams in each of the 2 divisions, advancing to single elimination, quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final on Labor Day weekend. Told you about their head-to-head matchups. There's the there's their records this season. Richmond, after that blistering 6-0 start, as they nearly score there, but Greg Dalby, easy as you please and calmly as you please, got that one out of danger. Here's Edson Elcock, shoved from behind by Walter Moore, and flag goes up. It'll be a free kick here. A night like tonight, Keith, can dead balls make a difference?
Oh, absolutely, and actually he almost played that quick in there. But here's the thing with Delicate, we see the foul again. I mean, again, a bad foul. He might have lost his footing a little bit, but he's going backwards away from the goal. And
left footer, Reed comes up with that one. See, they put it to the far post, and it looked like William Yambi was crashing over there.
Have another look at it. I tell you, he did fairly well to get a foot on it, because I think he was going to go with the head and then realized he wasn't going to. Gets his left foot there and almost plays it back across, but Reed gets an easy one on it. We were talking about restarts that, in this because balls going in there are tough to deal with, whether it's the goalkeeper holding on to it or just skipping through. I mean, I would be putting extra players than normal in, to try to get on the end of these things on the restarts. And having said that, Bergoloni was actually trying to play a quick one through, and you still play soccer. Whatever's on it, you do it. And he couldn't quite get it, but he had somebody he could have played right in.
And in conditions like these, just getting a ball into the box by any way possible could result in the one goal that wins it, perhaps.
We talked about Richmond's excellent start and then the drop-off. And one of the big reasons for the drop-off was 3 key players who got injured. Mike Callahan got injured, Gerson Dos Santos, and of course we already talked about Bobby Fogelsong. Now they're all 3 back and available for the first time together.
And that makes a big, huge difference. Lee Kalishaw said, very simple. The difference between that 6-0 start and now was Those 3 guys getting hurt. We've got everybody back for the first time since the beginning of the year. Delicott now plays it wide.
And now it's the key, you know, for Lee to be managing their minutes as they come back.
Now that one's left-footed forward. Delicott, can he get on the end of it? No, not before it rides out of play.
By Sasha. It'll be a goal kick for Charlotte.
And Sasha Dress, he has one of the best left foot in the league, and you're going to see services from him quite a bit. Have another look at the ball he puts. I mean, he's finding that hole right in between the defenders, and also close to putting Delicott into an easy, you know, an easy goal. He's got 4 assists on the year, and he's certainly one of the guys that just keeps getting forward a lot. Went to UNC Pembroke, and he's been on Richmond since 2005.
Those 4 assists, the second best total in the league, and he's been an all-league player for the last 3 years. Thrilled to have him. Here's Diego Martins, the Brazilian. Moore, you saw when he kicked that one, the water that he kicked up with the ball.
And that's right in front of the sidelines, I think, is where the difficulty is in terms of the most standing order. But I'll tell you what, there's probably not a whole lot of fields, grass fields, where you could have played this game. They have an excellent surface here, and obviously there's excellent subsurface as well. It was able to handle the amount of rain that came down.
Here's Josh Reif now at midfield. And Martins will play it back to Dalby. Now Martins wants to pick this one up at midfield. 28th minute of this scoreless match. Moore has to go back on his side of the midfield strike to chest that one down.
You know, a lot of times when you're playing in conditions like this, you may feel defensively that you want to step up and pressure a little bit more and try to force into mistakes, but you wonder if in the back of their minds as well, as you see, they're really not putting too much high pressure on. A little bit coming right now, you know, that they do have the 2 games, you know, right back to back, and you want to be a little careful that they, you know, have the energy for both games. Of course, I think either coach would be happy on a back-to-back weekend to get 3 points out of the first one.
Exactly.
It tends to take a little pressure off.
This is a critical game tonight for both teams, as we told you, standings-wise and for a lot of other reasons. Here's a 50-50 ball between Hines and Dalby. Niazamba has it now. Niazamba still with it, but pushed back on his side of midfield. Here's Dave Hertel. He's done some nice work at both ends of the field thus far. Elcock will play it back. Kalunji. Ariambi. Over the head of Delicott, right into the hands of Matthew Reed. Eric Reed, rather. Now it's Reif to Martins. Charlotte builds through the midfield. And again, taken away by Richmond's defense on the spot. Battle for the ball in midfield, won by Diego Martins. Sanchez. Square ball to Herrera. Elcock with the defensive play to get that one away from Charlotte, and Niazamba will keep it in the far side. Can't do it that time.
I like the way that Charlotte's trying to move the ball around here, and I think it's good. It shows the patience I think they've probably brought into their game since the poor start. And Mark Steffen, a lot of credit goes to him for being patient with a young team to be able to turn it around. And you know, him and the GM Tom Engstrom and the chairman Pat Stewart have to be commended for what they do with Charlotte. And this is a club that has only missed playoffs 3 out of 18 years.
And talking to Mark Steffens today, he says we want to prepare to win, we want to play our hardest to win, but that's not why we're here. Obviously, their ministry is very hugely important to them, and the things that they can do in their community are priority one. But along the way, we told you 2 national championships and a lot of lives touched. We're here just past the half-hour mark, City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia.
It's actually a credit for him to say that statement, because usually people that say that statement are the ones that lost.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah,
but he wins and is able to to go with that as well.
Winner all the way around. Here's Martins now. A little something from the organ section. Gets us hyped up. Just past the half-hour mark here in the first half. No score. Here's Josh Reif to Walter Moore on left wing. Moore 1v1 on Elcock. Elcock stands his ground and comes away with the ball. And then Hertel plays it up towards midfield. Elcock coming all the way back. It's an unfamiliar position for him, all the way back on this side of the field on the near side.
Absolutely, and a very dangerous position to play a ball like he just did. With his size, he may have been better trying to screen it back around. And obviously, here's the result now. You know, pretty good position for a free kick. And you know, we watched that ball going back, and again, just diving in there, you know, a little bit going forward on the pass backwards, and giving an opportunity for Charlotte.
Richmond had a free kick in a similar type position down at the other end of the field, similar distance anyway. Guzman is one option. There's Martins is an option.
So a lot of times you'd prefer to try to get a shot because of the weather, but it's just a touch out of that range.
Two men run off it. Martins will chip it. That goes over the head of its intended target. Now to play.
One of the problems with a cross like that here is that it's a one or done because you're playing it to the guy the furthest away, and very difficult for him to get onto the end of that.
We talked about not only that these two teams will play tomorrow night, but it's more coming up for Richmond. Let's go down to Jason Arnold with more on that.
Tonight's game kicks off a stretch of 3 games in 5 days for Richmond. They head to Charlotte tomorrow to match up against the Eagles again. Then they're heading over to Kansas City on Tuesday to play Sporting Kansas City in the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinals. Richmond knocked off the Columbus Crew of MLS 2-1 to reach the quarterfinals of that tournament. Guys?
You're right. They're the last men standing from the lower divisions and carrying the torch and the flag for USL. So they play Sporting Kansas City, but here they're in a dangerous position as this one comes into the box and just gets out of the reach of the attacking Charlotte Eagle player.
It'll be a goal kick for Richmond.
As we take another look at this, I think this is a ball that should have been put into the back of the net. It's right on his foot going on. Whether he took his eye off it or not, it's hard to tell, but you will not get too many chances as good as that.
Not on a night like tonight. Or one chance could be the difference.
And I'll say it again, there's another cross that went in right behind the line of defenders.
Vercaloni knocks that one onto the back line. Dalby with a head on it for Charlotte.
And that was Darren Toby's on the ball there, who had missed that chance. Played at college at Charleston for Ralph Lundy from Trinidad and Tobago.
Now played here on the near side to Guzman. 1v1 on Hertel, edge of the box, right footed to the far post, and Pascal just lets that one go by and out.
Charlotte plays it through the box. Once again, a goal kick coming up for Richmond.
Now here's Kalungi. Hertel. Still looking for our first goal of this match, but we've had several chances for both teams. You get the feeling that one might just find its way into the net. Go long for Hines. Cleaned up here by Delicott. Niazamba now as Martins comes back to help out. Pick off here by Guzman. Sanchez will play it here to Moore. Moore with some space along the left side as it kind of angles inward. And Hertel knocks it away from him to Niazamba. Good one-touch passing to get the ball out of danger and out of the midfield. Back to Reed now.
That was a tester ball back as well.
Yeah.
It was not an easy one to deal with.
Reif. Back the other way. Now here comes Dalby again. To Moore on the near side. Sanchez. Hertel pushes him and forces him to send it back across midfield. Martins plays it on the right wing. Here come the Eagles again with a chance. Edge of the box. Sent across. Hertel with a header. Martins couldn't get a good foot on it. He may get a second chance here, though. Herrera pushes to the outside. defenders stand their ground. He's working on Yambi at the byline, sent across, and Vercoloni gets a foot on it.
Well, they did well to stay with him, and Herrera did well to get a cross off. He had a couple defenders right on him, and Martins with the credit keeping that ball in play. And Martins from Brazil, played for the Gama youth thing. And speaking of Brazil, the Women's World Cup, of course, with the U.S., we wish them the best of luck. And so many of the players, the participants in the Women's World Cup came from the W League. And a lot to be proud of for USL with the W League, and certainly the best women's league in North America, and the longest standing one for sure.
And speaking of which, Charlotte not only has as Delicott gets tripped up here and it's a free kick. See if we have a card.
Free kick will be coming
it's not Delicott down. It's Hines, I believe, and we will have a yellow card.
Caution for Charlotte. Number 4.
Have another look.
Bryant.
See the yellow card. Yeah, it was a reckless attempt at getting that. Bryant got him right up at the chest, and you're not very often not going to get booked for something like that. And that foul can had nothing to do with the rain or the weather.
And if you think that's kind of an American football mentality, you might be right. Brady Bryant's dad, Bobby, was a cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings in the 70s. This one's launched into the box, down in front, and Richmond scores! William Yambi on the end of that one and put it in the back of the net. He may be the most surprised guy in the stadium right now.
I think so. His first goal of the season to go along with 1 assist. The ODU player getting at the end, coming up from the back. And again, you talked earlier about the restarts being dangerous today, and here it is. Ball played in there. It's not cleared out properly, and there he is getting on the end of it. He goes up. It's interesting because Lee Collishaw, Jesse Myers, the assistant, talking about how he's such a presence going up for restarts, but he hasn't got any goals out of it yet, and now he's got it. Not with the head, though.
A big Cameroonian, an all-league player for the last 2 years, and he just plays every minute. They just plug him in, and he keeps going. And he has put the Richmond Kickers up by a goal here in the 38th minute, and we've got an Eagle player down as well.
The Kickers goal scored by number 2, William Yambi. Give the assist to number 23, Sasha Garris.
So Sasha Garris gets his 5th assist. He's now tied for the league lead. And that's a case of just getting it in there in the box, and maybe something will happen. There were a lot of red and white jerseys in the box.
I think that ties in with a player we saw last week, Tadeo Terra from FC New York. And again, it was that ball bent in as the left foot, just a very educated left foot. Let's have another look at this, and we see the ball coming in, just bending in, and it's right in the middle. I mean, there's 3 Charlotte defenders in the middle of Yambi, but the ball just comes right to him. You know, and you see the defender right in front of the keeper, who actually was caught a bit flat-footed. He keeps his feet moving. He may have a chance to have got that ball out.
All right, so Richmond up a goal. We told you how they've dominated this series, especially here at City Stadium, where Charlotte has found it very tough to win over the years, although their last win in the series was here just over a year ago. Richmond 12-3-4 in games against Charlotte here in Richmond, and that includes a couple of league championship matches.
So Richmond loves playing at home. A 6-1-1 at home regular season. They had 2 Open Cup victories here as well.
Now it's Hertel again on the near side. Guzman deflected that for a minute, and it'll go back to Kalungi on the back line. Pascal gets it out of there. Drops to Vercoloni. Oh, there's a giveaway in midfield, and Sanchez has to wait up for some reinforcements. Herrera now.
I'm not sure what Vercoloni was looking at there, as there really was a very poor giveaway and very unusual as well. They kind of, well, he had a defender on him. He really wasn't under pressure.
Now it's Greg Dalby. Moore sends a left footer. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. Not only because Pascal had to jump up and try to keep it in his hands, but he had pressure coming at him. Darren Toby crashing there.
Foul against the Eagles. Free kick for Richmond.
So that foul by Charlotte, Richmond will get a free kick, but it's, I don't know, that's about 45 yards from goal. Vercoloni now on the dead ball.
Yeah, and in actuality, Ken, it was Vercoloni who put that ball in before. So unfortunately, you know, Garris is not tied for the assist lead right now.
He'll just try to get another one. There's Reed coming out to punch that one. Headed down, Martins has it. Moore will try to keep it in play on the near side and will. Guzman now. Dalby will switch it to the far side. Martins now. And that ball hung up in the air long enough for Edson Elcock to get ahead to it. Niazamba played it forward. The Eagles were calling for a handball. They didn't get it. Here's Elcock, but easy as he please. Again, steady at the back. Dalby swoops in, clears it away. Here to Guzman.
Dalby read that well. Again, a poor giveaway with Martins with that. Really, it's just a long square ball and hanging in the air so long. It's going to be easy to intercept this.
Against the Kickers. Free kick coming up for Charlotte.
Free kick from midfield. Dalby now. That's Guzman. Sanchez back to Guzman. Try Sanchez again. We're in the 33rd minute. William Yambi's goal is the difference to this point. As Reif tried to play that one forward for Charlotte. Pascal outside of his box to get that to his feet. Delicott had that one go off his boot. Garris. Niazamba let it ride. To left foot. Delicott over his head. Dangerous ball, though. It'll go out for a corner.
Delhi just missed it. Corner kick coming up for Richmond.
Again, an absolutely outstanding cross on the run, under pressure, putting that ball right in the middle. They're very close to another goal, and very impressive, actually. The crosses have been both sides of the field have been really impressive, dangerous for the defenders.
34th minute, Richmond already up a goal, and with a chance here with a corner kick from the far side flag, Stanley Niazamba.
At the cross with his left foot, now the corner kick with his right.
Not a great one, but we had a whistle beforehand as
like the left foot better so far.
Sean Fitch said you're going to do that again. Now we're ready to go. Niazamba will get a second shot at it. It's headed out of there by Charlotte, but Niazamba will get another chance. Oh, deft work there by Charlotte. Reed now outside his box.
2, 1.
Dalby now played up here to Moore. Diego Martins.
Got 1 minute of added time coming from the fourth official.
You can't see the, that's so weird. I thought we were in the 34th minute. We were in the 44th minute because there's a light pole right in the middle of the scoreboard. We are approaching halftime. We're having so much fun. I don't know, didn't want it to end.
We could delay long enough. We'll go right to 45.
Can Charlotte get something going here in the final minute of the first half? Not if Stanley Niazamba and Ronnie Pascal have anything to say about it. And Pascal, I'm not sure he kept that one in. He did not. It'll be a corner kick here in the dying moments.
1 minute of stoppage time added on.
We're into the 1 minute of first half stoppage time.
That was actually a good run with Charlotte there. A ball played in behind the defense, and the defense did not keep flat. They could have kept them off, put them offside had they done that.
Here comes the corner. Slip head right in front, and Charlotte could not get a good foot on that one as the rain picks back up.
You know, I got to say, I mean, that's a great chance, and the only reason he didn't get it is because he didn't expect it to come all the way through. You know, he was kind of standing flat-footed, thought there'd be deflection. And
Walter Moore sends one skipping into the 6, and Pascal gets on it. And here comes the rain again. It was starting to clear there, it looked like.
It was, yes.
We are in first half stoppage time. And now we're not anymore, because that is the end of that stoppage time. Well, William Yombi's first half goal is the difference. We're through 45 minutes on the USL Pro Game of the Week from City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia. And the Kickers lead the Charlotte Eagles by 1-0. Back with more after this. Stick around.
This program is brought to you by WorldSoccerShop.com. Follow World Soccer Shop on Twitter for special offers, coupons, product launches, and more.
Get ready for Copa America with Soccer.com.
¡Viva México! ¡Somos guerreros! No te deja alentar.
Vamos, Albirroja.
¡Si se puede, Ecuador! ¡Esto es Colombia, papá! ¡A verde amarela!
¡Chi, chi, chi! ¡Le, le! ¡Viva Chile!
¡Que viva Perú! ¡Que viva!
¡Garra charrúa!
And for a limited time, score free shipping. Use code ONEKICKOFF when ordering today at Soccer.com.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams from Money Mutual, your trusted source to over 60 lenders that can get you up to $1,000 in your checking account by tomorrow. These are tough times, and if you're facing an unexpected car repair bill, a medical emergency, or you just need extra cash to hold you over until payday, then you need to know about Money Mutual, an easy way to get short-term cash fast. So forget about bounced checks, overdraft charges, and late fees.
Need cash tomorrow? Call 1-800-585-CASH today.
I'm not a morning person. Janie, though, happy, active. It's not natural. At least I used to think that. Then I found 5-Hour Energy. I couldn't believe the difference it made. Amazing. Coffee never did this for me.
What are you doing?
Had a 5-Hour Energy. Thought I'd join you. Janie really noticed. Am I a morning person now? I'd say we're on speaking terms, which is more than I can say about
5-Hour Energy, the cure for mornings.
We now offer phone service for $1.70 a month with MagicJack. That's just $19.95 a year. $19.95 a year. We give you free local and long distance and your own phone number. Make us your new phone company or add a second line with MagicJack.
You're watching FSC in HD.
We started a tradition to prank the crew based on where the All-Star game is.
Like at Yankee Stadium, we filled the booth with hundreds of apples.
And this year with the Diamondbacks, we should really have a lot of fun.
Open the door. This is not cool. Stay calm. Take your chance, man. Come on. Seriously. Guys, no. Come on. Don't.
Maybe we should have gone cactus instead.
Some traditions shouldn't be messed with. The 2011 All-Star Game on Fox. The 2011 Gold Cup Final. Not just another game. Now, the most watched program in the history of Fox Soccer.
The broadcast of this match is authorized by United Soccer Leagues. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of any image, sound, account, or description without the express written permission of USL is strictly prohibited. Tonight's match was produced for USL by Cultural Global Media Incorporated. Halftime, and the rain has not turned away the diehard Kicker fans who've been rewarded with a goal in the first half. The Kickers lead the Charlotte Eagles by 0-0 on our USL Pro Game of the Week. We'll be back after this. Stay with us. You're watching the USL Pro Game of the Week on Fox Soccer.
The legendary New York Cosmos are back, and to mark the club's rebirth, Umbro has applied its celebrated football tailoring ethos to the brand new 2011 collection. Anthem jacket, Cosmos tees, New York Cosmos jersey, 1976-1977 home jersey. For the complete New York Cosmos line, go to soccer.com/Umbro.
Go to worldsoccershop.com today. Go to worldsoccershop.com today. Worldsoccershop.com is. Go to worldsoccershop.com today. Worldsoccershop.com. Colours of your country. Show off the crest of your club. Go to worldsoccershop.com today. Worldsoccershop.com is the destination for all your soccer needs this summer and worldsoccershop.com, powered by passion.
Ultima Goal, the ultimate soccer training goal. One goal does it all. Ultima Goal. Go for the goal at ultimagoal.com.
Tonight, it's Soccer Night in America on Fox Soccer. Beckham and the Galaxy look to put out the fire. Will Chicago find their spot and get back on track?
What a goal!
LA Galaxy, Chicago Fire, live tonight on Fox Soccer.
The 2011 Gold Cup Final. Not just another game. Now, the most watched program in the history of Fox Soccer. Baseball's biggest stars take center stage at the 2011 All-Star Game. Live Tuesday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Only on Fox.
It's summertime, and that means international friendlies. They're coming up here on Fox Soccer. The Seattle Sounders take on Manchester United on Wednesday, July 20th at 9:30 live in HD. And then it's Arsenal against the New York Red Bulls on the last day of the month, Sunday, July 31st at 11 a.m. Eastern. Join us for both of those summer friendlies here on Fox Soccer. We are here in Richmond, Virginia, and they gave out the inaugural Avery Spence Youth Community Service Award to the Spence family during halftime tonight, honoring a beloved late young soccer player in the Richmond Kickers youth system, Avery Spence, who everyone here misses dearly, but will be remembered forever with this Youth Community Service Award that'll be given to a youth player here in the Richmond area. Let's take a look at the first half highlights here, Keith Tabatsnik, as these folks saw some good action in the first 45.
Yes, after a long delay, they came out right away. Charlotte's Diego Martins with the shot into Ronnie Pascal. He gets right on the rebound. And then we have a cross in here, and this is Luke Fercoloni coming in, testing the keeper, but Reed is up to the task. An excellent save, pushing it out. Later in the half, this is a foul on Charlotte's Brady Bryant, and he fouls Ryan Hines, gets booked for it, and here is the free kick following. Luke Fercoloni plays it in. 3 Charlotte defenders in the middle. It drops at the feet for Yambi, his first goal of the year. 1-0 to Richmond at halftime.
And that is where we stand. William Yambi, both most surprised and most happy guy. That one fell right to his foot, and he put it home from the 6. That's the difference through 45. The second 45 is coming up from rainy Richmond, where the Kickers lead the Eagles 1-0. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching the USL Pro Game of the Week.
The legendary New York Cosmos are back, and to mark the club's rebirth, Umbro has applied its celebrated football tailoring ethos to the brand new 2011 collection. Anthem jacket, Cosmos tees, New York Cosmos jersey, 1976-1977 home jersey. For the complete New York Cosmos line, go to soccer.com/Umbro.
If international calling weren't so expensive, who would you call?
My husband. He's stationed in Germany. The kids miss talking to him.
I called my little brother in Mexico. I taught him how to make a penalty kick.
My best friend in India. She loves to gossip.
With Penny Talk, the money-saving calling service from IDT, rates are as low as 2 cents a minute to over 200 countries around the world. Penny Talk works with the phone service you already have, from any phone, even your cell phone. With Penny Talk from IDT, international calls to family and friends cost as little as 2 cents a minute. There's just a low 49-cent connection fee per call. To start saving today, visit pennytalk.com. Call this number or download one of our free smartphone apps. Your satisfaction is guaranteed.
Daddy, my tooth is missed.
Hey, you like the soccer shoes that I sent you, bro?
Are she's getting married.
Don't wait. Call 800-393-5308 or visit pennytalk.com. Call the world. Call now.
We started a tradition to prank the crew based on where the All-Star game is.
Like at Yankee Stadium, we filled the booth with hundreds of apples.
And this year with the Diamondbacks, we should really have a lot of fun.
Open the door. This is not cool. Stay calm. It's out. Come on. Seriously. Guys, no. Come on. Don't.
Maybe we should have gone cactus instead.
Some traditions shouldn't be messed with. The 2011 All-Star Game on Fox.
This summer, exclusive international rivalries are on Fox Soccer. Chelsea take on the best in Asia. The BPL compete against Hong Kong's first division. Man City and Inter square off in the Dublin Super Cup. Top BPL teams take on the MLS. Don't miss any of the action this summer, only on Fox Soccer.
This broadcast of USL Pro is brought to you by USLSoccer.com. Scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLSoccer.com, the official website of United Soccer Leagues. By Umbro, true to soccer since 1924. For more information, visit umbro.com. By the PDL, the destination league for tomorrow's professional stars. Visit pdl.uslsoccer.com for expansion opportunities. And by the W League, the first and longest running national women's soccer league in North America. Learn how you can be a part of the women's game at wleague.uslsoccer.com. Next week, the USL Pro Game of the Week is twice as nice. We've got a double dip coming at you from Los Angeles on Friday, July 15th as the Blues take on the Dayton Dutch Lions. And then on Saturday night, it's a battle of division leaders as Orlando City hosts the Rochester Rhinos. They're both coming at you right here on Fox Soccer next weekend, both live. So join us for those matches. Let's go down the field now to Jason Arnold. Jason?
Yeah, guys, rain's still coming down pretty heavy down here. The field's really, really slick. The ball's going to be bouncing around quite a bit, so it's a bit of a challenge. Goalies are going to have to be ready to take on any shots that come and skip off the ground down here. We'll see how it goes here in the second half, guys.
All right, Jason, thank you very much. You know, Jason was a criminology major at Maryland, so why don't you go investigate and see what happens with this field conditions here, and we'll see how things actually do play out. We are underway in the second half. It's Richmond leading by a 1-0 and attacking from right to left here in the all red. And there's a long ball to the edge of the 6. And it'll be kept in play here by the Charlotte Eagles, and wearing all white. Let's see if that ball will stay in play. Nope, takes a hop and it's out.
You get a ball, bud?
It appears as though Richmond appears to have the same 11 that started the match, and no subs for Charlotte either. Of course, both teams will play Saturday night as well. Manage minutes. Although Mark Steffen says he doesn't, he's like David Irving in that regard. He worries about this game first, and then we'll worry about whatever's left for the next game. But with each team having 5 subs and the opportunities for guys who've been sitting in the rain all night to maybe get in and make something happen here as we start the second half, I'm sure we'll see some people off the bench.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And I think the main thing in managing minutes is with some of these guys with injuries, you know, and how much time you give them. And actually, is this a game that you want to bring them in? Especially the guys that had the groin injuries and things like that.
Or the guys you want to get out. Yeah, there
Yeah.
may be guys that you definitely want to get out because they're just coming back in the lineup like a Fogelsong.
Exactly.
Here's Richmond now. There was the goal scorer, William Yambi. His tally off a free kick. It's the only goal of the match to this point. Critical matchup in the American division between 2 longtime rivals dating back to 1993. This is their first meeting of the year. And with Richmond sitting in second place in the American division and Charlotte just a point out of 4th place. This has huge implications as we get down to the stretch run here. Nice ball played into the box, but Charlotte gets there and Walter Moore lets that one ride out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Eric Reed.
Vercoloni trying to play the ball through to Elcock, and they've been quite successful getting some of these balls in behind and getting crosses in the first half. And I thought both teams actually did that, but I also thought one of the big reasons is that neither team stepped up pressure enough, and so therefore gave a lot of time and space for the offensive players to get balls in.
Now here's Shane Roberts, right back, plays it inward. Diego Martins has to race around Stanley Niazamba. Roberts, Herrera with a shot that's blocked. And Bobby Fogelsong gets knocked off the ball. Gets fouled. It'll be a free kick for the Kickers, and Ronnie Pascal, the captain and goalkeeper, will take it, launch it quickly, but that one's going to ride out of play here on the near side for a Charlotte throw-in.
I really think, Ken, with the score just 1-0, you know, at the half, that whichever team really steps up some collective pressure, I think really could take over the game a little bit, because this game really it's really in need of a team to just step up maybe another 5-10 yards higher up, and you know, you're going to win some balls and get good counterattack opportunities on this field.
Keep in mind, the last 2 meetings between these 2 teams last year were 1-1 draws. So if you're the Eagles, that's what you're going to be at least pushing for here in the early going, because if you can nick a point on the road, that would be great. But you got to get it first, and then anything can happen after that. We're just underway in the second half. Wet City Stadium in Richmond as Walter Moore sends a left footer across.
Was Moore getting that cross from a nice flick from Sanchez as well. Sanchez, the NC State player, a very talented player up front, and it really played him in. But an excellent cross again, you know, going at pace with the defender right on him.
The wingers have been able, and the backs pushing up, have been able to get some good crosses in. One that Delicott nearly got ahead to. Now here's Josh Reif, captain of the Eagles. Sanchez with 1 touch, looking forward for Herrera, and coming up just slightly lame, it looked like, was Sasha Garris. Now they'll push this one forward into space and force Reed to come out to his 18. He'll roll it up the middle of the field to Diego Martins. Switch it down on the left side. Walter Moore pushes that one forward. Here's Sanchez. Good 1-touch movement by the Eagles. Martins. Again, they get it onto that wing. Good chance for a cross here. Ronnie Pascal thought the ball went out over the end line, but remains in play.
I'll tell you, the issue is that Martins had so much time and space there to play that ball, and it's really going to cause a problem. And Richmond has to step up. They've got 3 central midfielders and still allow Martins to step into that spot, and you know, he was almost close enough to take a shot.
Richmond did come away with the ball, but only briefly. It's back now in the clutches of the Eagles. Moore takes a shot that's off Yambi at the top of the 18, or it's Kalunji rather. 2 center backs for the Kickers are just so big and so steady. Just terrific players, Kalunji and the goal scorer, Yambi.
You know, Ken, there's things all around the field, different partnerships that are really important in the game. And you know, maybe the most important partnership are the center backs, you know, the backbone, the spine of the team. And we're really watching 2 teams here that have probably 2 of the better partnerships in the back. And you know, that with 2 excellent goalkeepers behind them is again why they don't let up a lot of goals. Really, 1 bad loss for Charlotte in this string of games where they've only lost 1-9 was a 4-0 loss at Harrisburg, Mark Seven said basically anything that could go wrong did go wrong. You know, getting in late and et cetera, just happened.
And you talk about those big center backs, too. They're good targets for set pieces, and Yambi got on the end of one and scored the only goal. But here's Martins trying to get one in. Herrera turning, still alive in the box, cleared away over the end line, goal kick, or corner kick rather. And Herrera will take it. Nice build up there by the Eagles.
Yeah, it was, and it was actually a really good turn by Herrera, but I think it was the footing on the ground that did not allow him to push off to get to it. I think actually on a dry ground, he gets to it with a shot.
Jorge Herrera now. Corner kick on the near side flag. Bounces through the 6. You never like to see that if you're a defensive team. Get away with it. Held in by Moore near the center stripe. Into the box, and it will go through, and Pascal approves of that. He'll get a goal kick out of it.
Yeah, and you said, Ken, they got away with it, and that's the thing. Richmond has gotten away with a few of these, in the first half. There was a couple chances, a couple crosses, and Darren Toby had that one right on his left foot that really should have had a chance on target. If that's probably as easy a chance as you get, and a couple other times, and they're kind of dodging some bullets right now. And I think the intensity level's got to be stepped up. If they get a second goal, it's going to be a real long road for Charlotte the way things are going.
That's why Charlotte wants to get that equalizer and then see what happens after that. Lee Kalishaw is going to go to his bench here for the first time. We're going to see coming off the bench Nozomi Hirayama, Japanese international. As that one's knocked back to Pascal.
And this is, Charlotte doing a good thing, up there trying to make sure that the kick gets long, because Pascal a couple times has put the ball down and dribbled out, and certainly the clock is on Richmond's side, and even though there's plenty of time left, you certainly want to end up having those seconds at the end of the game if you're still down.
Now here's Martins. Pressure by Vercoloni. Circle back. Play it back onto the back line. Now the Eagles push forward. Darren Toby plays back to Martins. Now Sanchez. Eagles keeping possession. Rife has to chase this one here to the near side. To Herrera. Herrera now will swing a left footer in. Hertel heads it out here to the near side. Ryan Hines now. Yambi to clear. Over the head of Niazamba. Now Delicott with the ball at his feet. Plays it wide to Elcock. Now here come the kickers. Vogelsong to Hertel. Square ball to Vercoloni. They'll try the left side. Now it's the kickers playing keep away. Yambi pushes forward.
We got fortunate with that.
Yeah.
Poor first touch. The second touch should not be a tackle, and you really got that ball get away from him after really, as you said, a really good flow for Richmond at the time.
Now the Eagles have it back. Played forward into space, but too far for Sanchez. And now Pascal this time will distribute up the field. Hines plays it wide. Hertel. Elcock racing after this one, but Reed scoops it up on a bounce.
Balls like that will be very difficult for the attacker to get on the end of because of the skip. Right in the in the area that the goalkeeper is going to be able to collect any of those that go through.
I can say this for the first time tonight. It has stopped raining. Now it's cooled off nicely.
Perfect night for playing soccer.
That's wonderful. Well, we've got a good game right in front of us. As Walter Moore pushes up from left back, sends this one across, but it'll go ping off the post there. And now we will get the sub. We'll get Nozomi Hirayama making his 14th appearance, and he's going to come in for Stanley Niazamba. Both very powerful players on the Scrabble board as well.
Yes, exactly. A lot of points there, you know. And speaking of points, Hirayama got one of the goals against the Columbus Crew in the Open Cup game that will be sending Richmond to Sporting Kansas FC, and he 2 caps for Japan as well.
And he's played on 4 different continents. Maybe he's played in conditions like this. We'll see what number 9 in red can bring to this match. Lee Kalishaw obviously hopes that he can maybe get that second goal that might be the dagger in this one.
Well, I actually do think that in a game like this, the effectiveness of the guys coming off the bench is multiplied quite a bit because, again, the game is not fast-paced tonight, and there's a lot of space. So somebody coming off fresh could really take advantage of that situation.
Here in the 57th minute, as Niyazamba came off, and Hirayama came on. Now here's Ryan Hines. Pushed to the touchline, and deft work there by Shane Roberts to win that ball away. Now it's Jorge Herrera with a square ball. Josh Reif looks up, surveys his options, switches to his left peg. Herrera keeps it in play on the near side. Now Herrera will left foot this one into the area, and it's headed out of there. Then we'll drop to Diego Martins. Over to Walter Moore. They tried the 1-2. Good tackle there by Richmond's Luke Vercalone.
He tackles the ball off at Herrera. Herrera, another player with a lot of international experience with Colombia, not with the full team, but playing down there.
Here's Hines, a 2-on-1. Hines plays a beautiful through ball to Delicat. What a save by Reed. Oh, Delicat was thinking, there's my 8th goal right there. Beautiful through ball by Hines, and Reed, an excellent shot stopper, came out and just stoned him.
No, exactly. He read that perfectly. The second that ball was played into Delicat, Reed came off his line, just smothered it, and you know, it looked like a real easy chance, but the fact that Reed came out like that made it a difficult chance.
Exactly. Out the edge of the box. Headed out by Fogelsong. Let's take another look at that one. It was could have been the
coming in, yeah. And here it is. It basically have gone in. You know, it's a 2 versus 1 right here. The Charlotte defenders trying to come back, and they actually let up a little bit, and you see Reed cutting down that angle so quick. He kept himself big as long as he could, and didn't give Delicat really anything to shoot at. There was a breakdown. The big key there was a breakdown in the Charlotte defense. You know, to all of a sudden, you know, while you're pushing forward to try to get an equalizer, there's lots of time and let so much space behind. We've always talked about you got to chase the game carefully when you're down, especially on the road.
Walter Moore now gets inside the box, goes down, and it's cleared away by Kalunji. Out to Luke Vercalone. Richmond, it's a chance here. Got to move quickly, and Elcock cannot keep it in on the far side.
By the way, it's been excellent one-on-one defending by Hertel there. You know, just really did a great job keeping his feet and taking the pace of the player trying to get by him.
Hertel, great player. I like Tim at Michigan State. Played on a team that won the regular season and tournament titles for the Spartans, and has found a home here in Richmond.
You know, so many of these you know, players have played with good college programs, and you know, and one of the things too, playing with PDL teams as well, which you know, from a college coach's perspective, when I was first starting at Georgetown back in '84, there was nothing like that for the guys in the summer. A bunch of different summer leagues were tried and everything, but USL's PDL has been such a boost to the college program and supplementing the development that college coaches do with their own players.
Now we've got a man down here for Charlotte. Looks like Sanchez. Let's take a look.
Look, Sanchez cutting the ball in. He got kind of knocked in the head there. Not sure just how bad it was, but and he went down pretty easy on the knock. And that was Kalunji coming up, trying to push him to go back. And again, a little more aggressive than you need to be. And now, you know, giving up a free kick. Yeah, we said last week it was probably too far for someone to shoot, and they almost scored.
Well, this is from right about the place on the field where Vercalone dropped the one in that led to the goal, but he'll just have a go. He'll just hammer that one. Did Herrera, just wide of Ronnie Pascal's post.
I'll tell you, that went right by Brady Bryant as well. I'm not sure whether you know, he's going to look back at that and say, if I watched that ball all the way in, I might be able to deflect it. But you certainly got to worry when balls like that keep coming through. you know, with nobody touching them. And you know, whether there's a goal that comes off it tonight or not, it would certainly be something that Lee Colishaw's got to take care of.
Reif won that 50-50 ball. Battle for it in the midfield. Diego Martins has it. He's got Sanchez as one option. Steps across the defender. Martins will have a go, and that one is blocked at the top of the 18 by Yambi.
Martins had an excellent shot there. That was on target for sure.
Kuriyama trying to run onto that one. Charlotte gets there first. We're going to see Mark Steffens go to his bench. The next opportunity here, but right now the Eagles have the ball. Push it up on the left side. And Hertel swoops in and wins the ball away. Pascal will play that one up near midfield. Bounces around off Ryan Hines and Greg Dalby. Now here's Kuriyama. Garez trying to play it back into space. Ends up going out here on the near side. And now we will get the substitutes. We'll see Mark Bloom in for Charlotte, as well as Miguel Ferrer. And Saliu Bundu go in as well. So Mark Steffens likes to do this. He will make 2 or 3 subs at one time. And I asked him why, and he said, well, it's usually when I'm not happy.
That's all. If you're coming off the field, there's usually a reason for it, and it means that the coach thinks the guy going on is going to do a better job than what you're doing, you know, for sure. But you know, putting a few fresh players right now, try to get a little spark into this game is probably a good idea.
Bundu is going to have to wait as Hines serves this ball over to Elcock on the far side, but Moore got there first for Charlotte. To Sanchez. He's being hounded there by Fogelsong on the far side and fouled.
And that was Guzman and Roberts who came out of the game for Charlotte.
Well, Steffens likes to say he's got outside backs that he's got an abundance of outside backs, and so he thinks a lot of the times they're interchangeable. And so Bloom will get on the field now. We'll get the chance to see what he can do. And yes, he will get forward. Steffens says if you can't get forward from an outside back, you can't play. For me, anyway.
And I like that attitude. You know, I think the modern game, there is not a good team that doesn't have excellent attacking outside backs.
Delicate was offside.
And as a matter of fact, the outside backs have a tendency to hit more crosses now than any other position on the field.
And we've seen some of that tonight already. Hertel's done it nicely.
Now we have Sanchez coming out.
So Bundu will go in. It's a young man who's in a very interesting story. Used to play for the Cleveland City Stars. In fact, scored in their championship game win a few years ago. There's another long ball and an offside call against Charlotte Eagles.
In addition to being an interesting story, he also has 4 goals on the year. Certainly a spark, the type of guy you want to be able to bring off the bench. He's got good pace, and again, with the way that this game is right now, I think somebody like that can take advantage of balls getting through and slipping through right now. And as I said, either team that can really just step up the level just a little bit, I think, takes over this game. And right now, it was a little bit for Richmond for just a short period of time, and then, you know, kind of dropping off. And it just really calls for a little bit more going. And I know that's what certainly Lee Colishaw had said to his team at halftime, that they needed to step up the pressure.
Herrera plays that one long. Bundu's looking to run onto it. Richmond gets there first, and this ball will not stay in here on the near side, despite the best efforts of Ryan Hines. Jamel Wallace now with the throw-in. Now here's Bundu, left footer that goes off the head of a defender. William Yambe, and that one is a dangerous chance as well that Pascal gets a piece of.
Pascal saved the goal there by pushing that ball, that cross. It wasn't a shot, it was cross coming right in, and it was a Charlotte player right at the back of that if Pascal did not get a hand on it.
That one eludes Delicate at midfield. And now to be played back to Eric Reed.
Bundu making an immediate effect as he went in that. It was a really interesting outside of the left foot cross he tried to put in initially, catching Richmond by surprise a bit.
Moore again. Sends that one inside. Bundu battling there with Kalungi. And Sean Fitch waited and then finally made the foul call for the shirt tug, I believe.
And Charlotte with Bundu and Toby up top, but you got Herrera moving quite high as well. And, 3 or 4 guys playing much higher up in the attack than they were doing earlier in the game.
So Pascal will take this free kick. We'll see if substitutes that have come in for Mark Steffens pay dividends. Herrera tried to get there, but instead Richmond comes away with it. And Vercoloni chased that one into the corner, wins the throw. Throws it into the box. Headed out of there by Charlotte. Here's Garris. Oh, that one got away from Rife and went right off the chest of Delicott. Delicott was nearly in a great position. And now we're going to see another substitute, as Luke Williams is going to come in for Charlotte now. This will be the 4th sub.
Luke Williams trying to get in.
Williams is explaining that he was waved in, but the 4th official is not, Jay Sabowski is not, finally does let him come in.
The guy was out on the other side. At the same time, maybe they're trying to get 12 on the field. That would be a way to step up the pressure.
So Luke Williams is in, and this is his first touch right now on the far side for 11. Bring some pace to the game, and again we'll see him. So now the 2 wide backs have been changed. Here's the other one, Bloom. Bloom keeps it in, sends one across, and it's put home. The Eagles have equalized. What do we say about those backs getting forward? And Bundu gets the tying goal.
He gets forward, and all the credit to the pass from Dalby from the back. I mean, that just broke the hole. Let's have another look at this. And look at that cross by Dalby. I mean, that's on a dime. Excellent touch on the ball here to put it across. And another excellent cross right in behind, right there. And we said, what a difference he makes. 5th goal of the season comes in within a few minutes. He might have been unhappy with the guys he had before, and that's why he subbed. He's happy with what he did. He being Mark Steffens, of course, coach for Charlotte, and that's the equalizer. And I have a feeling this could put a big pep into the game both ways now.
Bundu fled his native Sierra Leone in that horrible civil war in that country when he was 15, and they escaped, eventually made it here, won the visa lottery, and he played for Cleveland, and now he's settled in here in Charlotte, and he's just scored the equalizing goal in the 68th minute.
Look at it, and that goal was first created by the long ball by Dalby, but it was the 2 subs that just came in. The assist to Mark Bloom getting forward, and of course the goal by Bundu.
Right, and Luke Williams had the ball over on the far side as well. So that's how you get into the Hall of Fame as a coach, right? Make moves like that, win a bunch of games. Of course, Mark Steffens sitting on 198 wins all time in Charlotte. When I told him that this morning, he didn't have any idea. Not only did he not have any idea, he really didn't have any interest. He's like, okay, that's nice, I guess.
And actually, Lee Collishaw not far away from the milestone, 188 wins.
These are 2 outstanding Hall of Fame coaches. And the odd thing is that Lee Collishaw has never been Coach of the Year, despite making the Hall of Fame, winning championships, yeah, and all the success he's had. But he'll take the championships, and here he's going to look for the go-ahead goal in the 71st minute. It's Hirayama on the near side flag on a corner. Headed up in the air, still alive, and Martins puts it behind for another corner.
I say the effect of the substitutes, and of course it does make Steffens look excellent. But anytime you're making a change, you're obviously making it. There's a reason you're making it. It doesn't always work out, but it's like, I read a book one time. I manage good, but boy, do they play bad.
Yep. The great Jim Boughton.
You got it.
Sent to the 6. Headed out. We've got a foul called inside as A lot of protesting on this call as William Yambi may have laid out an Eagle player, and now he's getting a talking to.
You know, his reaction, he certainly felt that you know, that was an incorrect decision by the referee. We'll have another look at this and, you know, just see what happened that created the yellow card. The corner kick comes in, they're all going up there, and it's his head following through, and it's certainly an honest effort at the ball. Did not see anything there that was, you know, intentional. It wasn't the elbow that I saw. It was just the head following through and knocking, you know, more unfortunate, I think, than, you know, than maybe even a foul, to be honest with you.
All right, athletic trainers are out.
And even though that was a corner kick for Richmond, you know, I'm sure Charlotte does not want this break in the momentum, because after scoring their goal, there was certainly a lot of energy coming from them, and trying to get that second goal, you know, right away. They probably feel now that they've got it. They got fresh players in there. They could get goal number 2 and maybe come out of Richmond with 3 points.
We're in the 73rd minute, so there's still time left in this one for either team to maybe grab the full 3 points. And that would go a long way towards getting them up the table in the American division. We are tied at 1. It was Selu Bundu, the goal scorer, who was the man down, and he's up and he's fine and he's ready to be waved back in, and he is, and he has returned to the fray. So now we're back to 11 on 11. Here's Edson Elcock now, moving quickly, playing that one for Hiroyama. Hiroyama stays on the ball nicely despite relentless pressure there. Plays it square. Fogelsong played that one up to Delicat. Hines, will he have a go? Yes, but it gets blocked. And Reed goes down on one hip. Smother that one.
There's Edson Elcock getting back on the end of that rebound. Struck a very nice ball again. Reed very good at holding on to that ball. No rebounds coming out.
Let's go down to Jason. What's it look like from your perspective, Jason?
Yeah, guys, there's 11 different countries down here represented on the Kickers roster tonight. It's a huge testament to Coach Lee Kalashaz, assistant coach Jesse Myers, and GM Shelley Sowers. The club's one of the longest standing professional soccer teams in the U.S., and year after year, the team's always in the playoff mix. Guys?
They are. League champions twice. Right now, the pride of the Open Cup for USL Pro. You see players from Cameroon and England and Germany all over, and they've really blended into an outstanding, not just a terrific team, obviously, but a real part of the fabric of Richmond, and with their vertically integrated, you know, youth structure that sees kids come up from the youth levels through.
Yeah, the Richmond Futures.
Richmond Kickers Futures, and playing for the pro team. A lot of guys who played at VCU.
VCU,
ODU, not that far away. And here's Hiroyama. Delicat can't quite get to that one, but his side will win a corner.
Yeah, they really almost passed just a little bit long for Delicat, but a good run that he made away from the defender to try to be open. You talk about all the international players. Certainly USL Pro does a lot internationally, bringing some teams over for international friendlies, and also working towards doing some tournaments, international tournaments to involve the U.S. Pro teams.
Of course, Bolton Wanderers and Newcastle will be in Orlando, and Portsmouth is going to play in Charleston, and so it's going to be a big month this month. All 3 of those games are this month. So if you're an Orlando City supporter or Charleston Battery supporter and you want to see your team take on a high-profile club from England, you can do that this month. There's a header into the box. Reed got a hand on it. It's bouncing, cleared off the line. Everybody's calling for a handball.
You know, the referee had done a quick look back into the box.
Ball still alive in the box, and now finally cleared. It's still alive. And that one was almost put on frame.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the corner coming back again, and we'll see what happens. Here's a corner kick in. A good challenge to try to get on the end of that. Keeper Reed punches that ball out and did a good job. And as this ball gets cleared off the line, you know, good. So you had 4 Charlotte players there, but that was where the handball was. The referee had taken a quick look back into the box to make sure nothing was happening as they were coming out, and he did miss the handball there. Perhaps the assistant referee should have been the one to have seen that.
Bundu heads this one down. Played to Herrera, the edge of the box. Herrera has it go, and a great save by Pascal to redirect that one over to the corner. Kept in, but perhaps unluckily by Hertel. Because here's Charlotte on the attack. Yambi heads it out. Hirayama up to Delicat. He just draws a crowd. 77th minute. Do the kickers have one more goal in them? Garres. That draws a ooh from the fans on the other side. That's great.
Well, the kickers need a spark right now. They need something to happen, and you know, they've seen the fresh legs for Charlotte have made a difference, and you know, clearly getting the goal back. But you know, certainly there are some tired legs out there for Richmond right now, and you know, game tomorrow, and of course the game on Tuesday as well.
So Lee Cowlishaw is going to remedy that situation, and he's going to set a table for 3 as well. David Bulow will come in. Shaka Bangura will come in. Mike Callahan will come in as well. This is Callahan's first game back from injury, but they're going to make Callahan wait a little bit. So Bangura and Bulow bring speed and the ability to put the ball in the back of the net, especially Bulow. He's the tied for the all-time lead in Open Cup goals in the modern era with 13. He's got 5 this season in their Open Cup run. So in the last 13 minutes or so of this one, maybe he's got the game winner in him.
And the amazing thing is he's tied with 2 other people. One of them a former USL standout, Johnny Manyonga, but the other one, quite a name.
Jaime Moreno.
Be tied with Jaime Moreno, who is tied as the all-time leading scorer in the MLS. Jeff Cunningham just tying that recently. And have another look at the foul here. You know, he got him enough to change things. The referee held the ball up. He could have played on.
So Mike Callahan will come in for Edson Elcock here in the 79th minute.
Callahan, the UNC Chapel Hill standout. He's been a big player, important player in the early part of the season for Richmond.
Hines sent that one into the box, and again Richmond calling for a handball that didn't come. Bangura almost got a touch. It's knocked out. Hertel will play it here to Hines.
Well, certainly Cowlishaw hoping that the substitutes could make the same difference for Richmond as Mark Steffen's substitutes did for Charlotte. And again, I think this game did call for some fresh legs at this stage. You play in a field like this, it takes a little bit more out of you when it's heavy.
Bulow with a touch. Callahan. Taken away by Josh Reif for Charlotte. Diego Martins. He's got Herrera and finds him here on the near side. Jorge Herrera. Luke Williams now. Martins pushes it up. Callahan got a piece of it, stripped back away. Here Toby. The shot, and Pascal grabs that one out of the air. Mark Steffens told me this morning the thing that he loves about playing Richmond is when these 2 teams get together, it's real soccer, he says. It's not a lot of grabby this and guys rolling around. It's guys playing actual soccer, and he really likes it, and it's been an entertaining match.
No, I think he's exactly right. Certainly this has been a good one. A lot of good ball being played. You see a lot of players that fit, good skill, good technique, but also good soccer brains as well, using what they have very well.
Well, of course, both of these teams have a lot of guys who've been with their organizations for several years, and so that helps get them in the, indoctrinated into the way to play kicker soccer, the way to play Eagle soccer. Reed now. The 81st minute. Foul's called there on Jorge Herrera. And so Richmond will get a free kick here.
It'll be very interesting to see in the last 10 minutes, if one team or the other will really be stepping it up to try to show that they're trying to get all 3 points, or you know, whether both of them at the end of the day are thinking, you know, 1 point we'll do it and get back at it tomorrow night.
Will there be late drama in this one? Herrera. Not too dramatic. Pascal had that one all the way. Now Herrera has to play defense. It goes off Bangura. Bulow chases that one. Dalby plays it to Williams. Kalungi was just all over his man there, and we're going to see the 5th and final substitution for Mark Steffens. Gibson Bardsley will come in. Bardsley has only played 20 minutes this whole season. He brings pace to the game as well, as he'll come in for Diego Martins.
And Martin spent a lot of energy today. I think he's done a lot. He's hit a lot of nice balls. He's been a good connector for Charlotte. But you know, you can see him coming off the field. He has certainly put in the work and a bit tired coming off.
Herrera with a free kick. He just drills it. It's a rebound. It's sitting there and go. It's put over the wall, over the bar.
I'll tell you that it's hard to tell how close that was as he's coming into that too. Whether he was, you know, the angle was a little too sharp to be able to get it. We'll have another look at it. But boy, Herrera, he hits this ball, pings it in there, and you know, really something an unusual type of mistake for Pascal. I mean, it's a tough ball coming in, but he's watching it the whole way in, and a little bit of knuckle on it. And again, you know, right from the beginning of the game, we're talking about the potential of the rebounds, you know, being the factor in it, and as you mentioned, the restarts as well.
Bangura now. Bangura, the edge of the box, sends one in front, and Reed has to scoop that one up at his 6. Out to Herrera. Counter for Charlotte. To Rife. Slide tackle by Hertel, but he gives up the corner.
Wins the corner. I'll tell you, the amount of crosses that have been in this game, it's almost been like a training session of, you know, putting the ball through the middle, play it out wide, and get the crosses in. But clearly, they've been doing a lot of them in training because they've been excellent balls.
Set pieces have been in abundance tonight. Corner kick from the far side, flag for Charlotte. 84th minute, tied at 1. Set low into the box. Vercoloni heads it out. Gets away from Fogelsong. Rife has it in the center circle for Charlotte. There's Bundu getting around Hines. Bundu has a goal tonight, the equalizing goal for Charlotte, but he's dispossessed there. Fogelsong now. Just a real intense pace to this game here in the second half. And we have seen teams step up a little bit more pressure. Now it's Charlotte, everybody calling for him to shoot it, and he puts it just wide.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to give that, allowed to have that much time and space, you need to take the shot. And certainly the Richmond defenders did not step out on him, you know, almost until after they're all yelling, shoot it, shoot it.
Miguel Ferrer with that shot that went wide. 85th minute now. Herrera tracks this one down. Riala on him. Now to Luke Williams on the left side. Bardsley was calling for it, and he was offside. So we've had thrills and spills and drama, and will we see another goal in the last 5 minutes of this one? We're going to see Gerson Dos Santos come in for Richmond. Another guy just coming back from injury. Kiriyama now. Callahan. Callahan looks like he wanted to get it to his left peg. Here's Bulow now. One of those recent substitutes. Turns, lofts it in the air, and Reed was there. And that one just wide as well. Almost the tie-breaking goal by Bangura.
We have another look at this because, again, another ball going in, creating problems. He's really trying to get the cross in, tests Reed in the goal, knocks it out, and then it's a Vercaleone keeping the ball in there and then almost play ball in there. Again, the substitutes making a difference in that one, almost putting it in. I think he'd like to have that again. He was a little off balance, but probably not as difficult a chance as it seemed.
So Gerson Dos Santos is in and Bobby Fogelsong is out after 86 terrific minutes. So now will the drama come late in this one?
Certainly Bangura had the chance to be the substitute hero for Richmond right there. We've now seen the 3 players that have been injured when Richmond had their great start to the season, winning their first 6 games. They had Fogelsong and Dos Santos and Callahan all available. Then they had injuries at different times. This is the first time all 3 have played since early in the season.
Hines whistles that one just past the near post. Ambitious, but it would have been sweet.
Again, I would still say on this field, if you can hit that ball, on target where it hits first, we see the shot again. He certainly strikes it clean as he's coming up. And again, he's given the same space that was given on the other end of the field to the Charlotte players. So, why not go for it? But again, the balls that hit the ground first are going to be really difficult on the goalkeepers. Difficult at the beginning of the game with all the rain, and still difficult now.
Always interesting when these two teams get together. We are in the 88th minute of a 1-1 game. Foul called here, free kick for Charlotte. And Luke Williams looks like he'll be the one taking this one. He started the play that led to Charlotte's tying goal.
Luke Williams playing the ball to Dalby. All the way up
to Bloom, and Bloom crossed it. Bundu finished it. Struck into the area. Rife one times that one, but way off the mark. '89th minute now. If anything's going to happen, it's going to have to happen quickly.
I'll tell you one thing, the statistic of how close the 5 teams are that are behind Orlando City is certainly going to stay that way. If it stays at a tie, 1 point for each, and it's been 6 points only separating those. And this American division is such an exciting division. It's no question going to come down to the final game of the season of who makes those final playoff spots.
Here's Bloom to Bundu. Dispossessed by Callahan. Brady Bryant.
Both benches getting a little unhappy at one end or the other with the referee's calls at the end of the game.
Bulow heads that one to Vercaleone. Now Hertel again. Vercaleone had the assist on the first goal, looking for another one, goes over the head of Bulow, drops in the box. Hirayama keeps it alive.
No foul, just keep him away.
Hirayama now to the far side, headed up in the air. Hertel will knock it back in there. Dos Santos gets ahead on it. Bulow over the bar. Oh, and he puts his hands on his head. He knew how close he came to getting that one.
Yeah, I think he was trying to flick that back into the upper net there, upper corner of the net, and it's kept in by Hertel, and he's just trying to put it in there and hope something can happen, and certainly it does. Bulow gets on the inside of his defender, and he had a bit of a chance to flick that on. Needs to get that on target, but again, a lot of good play by Vercaleone on the outside as well, which is why I really enjoy watching him play. He played there for Seton Hall and was one of the better wide players in the Big East Conference. Gets out wide quite a bit with Richmond, wide and inside, and did a good job.
3 minutes of stoppage time. We are into it now. See if either team can steal the extra 2 points here, or if a third straight match between these two is going to be drawn. Bulow tries to run to that one, but Reed smothers it.
Bangura missed Hirayama making an excellent run behind Bulow, and if he had seen that second run, he would have been right in on target on his own.
Over the head of Bundu and headed back to Pascal. You don't want to be the team that makes the mistake here in stoppage time. Hines with a nice move. Just sheds Herrera. Pokes it forward, but Dos Santos could not run onto it.
They did all that hard work going up there, rides the defender off, and that was actually the easy part of it. It was just a pass on the ground, and he's actually split the defense with the right idea. And, they puts them right into goal if he can do that. The easy part, really.
Reed takes his time on the goal kick. We're into the 2nd minute of stoppage. Kalungi gets his head to that one. Percoloni tries to keep it in on the far side, but it's taken away from him. Now it's Charlotte. Bundu. Push that one through again, and the offside flag is up.
I'll tell you, that was a close one there, but that was the exact same type of ball on that end that was tried on the other end. And Percoloni, really a dangerous place to be dribbling. That dribble gave a counterattack to Charlotte, and as you said at the end, you don't want to be the guy that's making that mistake at the end.
50-50 ball. Drops in the center circle, and Kalungi plays it up, but Dalby's there. Under a minute to play as the free kick is whistled. And card is going to come out as well on David Bulow.
Ken, this could be the last chance of the game, and you had said it early, how dangerous, especially when the conditions like this of restarts, and the goal for Richmond coming off a restart almost from the exact same position that this kick is going to come in on. And we see the foul there, and there's no need to go lunging. He's got a defender there already. He just needs to keep tracking the player.
Seconds remaining in second half stoppage time of a 1-1 game on the USL Pro Game of the Week, and Jorge Herrera boots this one into the box. Pascal grabs it, drops it, and it dribbles across the line. Do you believe it? With just seconds to go, the Charlotte Eagles have scored and make it out of here with all 3 points. Is it Dalby?
That is absolutely incredible as we see this ball coming back in, and it's Pascal getting on it. He's being challenged, but there's nothing there. It drops right in. And it is hard to see who's on the end. We'll have another look at it. It looks like it is number 4 from the back, Brady Bryant, coming in on the end of that.
Can't come much later than that.
If it is, it's his first goal of the year as well, and what a big goal. Probably win 3 points for them, and the only mistake Pascal has made all night.
Bangura. Kiriyama. Kalungi. Referee checks his watch. Shot cleared away, and that's it. A dramatic goal in the final seconds gives the Charlotte Eagles a 2-1 victory over the Richmond Kickers. What a terrific game, Keith Tabetsnik.
I'll tell you what, if we just go down to the mistake at the end, you talk about who does not want to make
the going to break.
That we should not have given up leads to the goal.
Hope you enjoyed the USL Pro Game of the Week. It had thrills and spills, and finally a late goal by the Charlotte Eagles to win it 2-1 over their rivals, the Richmond Kickers. For Keith Tabetsnik, Jason Arnold, and our entire hard-working Fox Soccer crew, this is Ken Tomash. Thanking you so much for watching. Hope you'll join us next time on the USL Pro Game of the Week. The final score again from Richmond, Charlotte 2, Richmond 1. Good night.